Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, this video is going to be very layered, I guess is the word. I don't know. But a lot of things have happened in the heavyweight division regarding Tyson Fury, Wladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker. These four guys in particular, they all are relevant to each other in some sort of way. So we'll start with the Tyson Fury Wladimir Klitschko situation. Now, if you guys haven't heard, the original bout that was supposed to take place on October 29th between Klitschko and Fury, this is supposed to be the rematch. Basically, that fight's been canceled because Tyson Fury is supposedly suffering from like severe depression and like he's going through some serious mental illnesses apparently, and there's pretty much there's a bunch of doubt whether he'll ever fight Klitschko again. And you know, I can go on a rant about this, but you know, just at this point, it is what it is. If the fight happens, cool. If it doesn't, it's whatever. Because honestly, the first fight was so boring. You know, I'm glad Fury won and kind of changed the landscape at the heavyweight division. But now I'm kind of getting pissed off because he's had the titles for a year. He hasn't fought in almost a year. So the titles are being held hostage by Fury, and honestly, it's like. It's no Fury not fighting and not doing anything is no different than like an Andre Ward not well. It is different, but I'm saying like it's no different than any other fighter holding a title hostage like Floyd did when he had multiple titles and multiple weight classes, but didn't want to defend the junior middleweight ones that he won against Canelo. So you know, Fury, honestly, I think they should just strip him or he should vacate. And that's what it is. Hopefully, we get to see Tyson Fury back in the ring because I am a fan of the guy. I do want to see him fight. Yeah, man, it is what it is. But Eddie Hearn, promoter of Anthony Joshua, has been on the record and he stated that in multiple articles, he said that in a boxing article that I have in front of me, he said that Joseph Parker is the front runner for the fight date on November 26th. This is what he told IFL TV. He said, I quote, "There's a few things that have to get done, but I think it's a great fight, and why not do it now?" And then yeah, so that's what it is, man. Pulev didn't want to fight Joshua. He decided to go another route. And he said this about Joseph Parker. He said, I quote, "He's got big balls, Joseph Parker, and he's very dangerous. He's very fast. He can punch. He's undefeated. It's a tough fight for Anthony Joshua. He's ready to go now." And honestly, like, you guys have followed this channel. I did a video on Joseph Parker versus Joshua about 2 months ago. I interviewed Shannon Briggs and asked him about Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua about 2 months ago as well. So this is a fight that I really want to see. I'm a big fan of Joshua, big fan of Parker. I like both their styles. I think both of them are going to be two of the best heavyweights for many years to come. But I think this is a fight that should happen so we can get some clarity on like who stands where as far as the younger guys in the division, because we have like, you know, the Joshua, Parker, the Jarrell Millers of the world, then you have the, you know, Trevor Bryans, guys like that, that need to really start fighting each other, and I think this is a good step in that direction. So hopefully that does happen. I think there'd be a massive fight in the UK, and it would be a tough test for Joshua. To my opinion, it'd be the toughest test of his career, and if he can pass with flying colors, it would validate in my eyes that he is going to become the best heavyweight in the division. So there's that. And then Eddie Hearn also went on to say that basically he would like Anthony Joshua to fight Wladimir Klitschko should you know, should basically like he would like to, now that the fight has been canceled between Klitschko and Fury, the rematch, he would like to have Anthony Joshua face Klitschko. Now I like this fight for many reasons because obviously, these two guys are very big dudes, very big heavyweights. For Klitschko, you know, he's coming. If I'm Wladimir Klitschko, I'm very pissed because I just lost, you know, I lost my titles. I was the longest reigning heavyweight champion since Larry Holmes. I lose my titles in one of the boringest heavyweight title fights in the history of boxing. I wait all this time to get a rematch, and it gets postponed multiple times. So if I'm Klitschko, I'm feeling very pissed off, and I'm feeling very motivated to regain the heavyweight championship back. And if he's looking at a guy like Joshua, a guy who's young, a guy he's been in camp with, a guy he's sparred, a guy he knows personally. If he's able to get a name like Joshua on his resume, I think right there, like that's his chance to really go out on top. Kind of like, just go out on top. He could beat Joshua, get the IBF strap, and retire on top, and then vacate. I think that would be like a storybook ending for him if he could do that. But it's a great fight, and I think for Joshua, everybody's been criticizing the opposition recently, but you look at him, for a guy with 15, 16 fights to have some of the names he has on his resume, like a Dominic Brazil, a Charles Martin, Dillian White, what's his name, Kevin Johnson. It's a good resume, and I'm hoping that, and it looks like he's going to, that Eddie Hearn is making an honest attempt to step up in class. But when you have guys like Pulev, who are top level heavyweights, but don't want to fight Joshua, it's kind of hard. I mean, it is what it is, but I like to see this fight. So here's what Hearn had to say about that. On Twitter, he said, I reached out to the Klitschko team. We would love the fight. And then he also said, we want the winner of the Fury against Klitschko. We want to fight Fury. Really, that is a unification between two Brits in the heavyweight division. That has never happened before and will never happen again. We hope Fury gets better soon. So he also is still hoping for that mega fight over there in the UK between Fury and Joshua. And honestly, like, I've never been to the UK, but if I was ever going to go to a fight in the UK, that would be the fight I'd try to go to, honestly. So yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios we have going on here. This whole, like, circle of heavyweights, but a lot that's still, regardless of what happens with Klitschko Fury, still a lot of good fights to be made. I'm looking forward to seeing Joshua fight, honestly, any good heavyweight. I would like to see him fight Jarrell Miller. I would like to see him fight Pulev, but that's not going to happen. Even Stavern or Povetkin is another one. But for November 26th, I think Joseph Parker should be the opponent for him, because Parker and Joshua, I think they're both, as far as their development, they're right on track with each other. They're both undefeated, very young, green heavyweight fighters, and the winner of that fight, stock goes up majorly, because anybody who follows this heavyweight boxing knows how good Parker is, how good Joshua is. It's a great fight. I think it has, like, fight of the year candidate written all over, as far as I'm concerned. You guys might disagree, but that's just how I feel about the fight. And then you have the unifications with Fury, if that ever does happen and he overcomes this mental thing he's going through right now. And Klitschko, Joshua, that's a huge fight. Could be kind of like a passing of the torch type fight, or it could be, Klitschko's curtain call to go out on boxing on top. But I mean, regardless, the heavyweight division is interesting right now. Hopefully, instead of getting headlines, we get some contracts signed and some big fights being made. So just want to get my thoughts out there on this whole circle of heavyweights and what's going on right now between Joshua, Klitschko, Fury, Joseph Parker, all this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.